Hey there, if you've recently inherited a home or you're the personal representative of an estate, let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a loved one's house after they passed, opened a closet and thought, how am I supposed to deal with all of this? Not just the furniture, not just the clothes, but the decades of stuff, the photo albums, the holiday decorations from 1994, the drawer full of rubber bands that nobody remembers buying but somehow exist in every house in America. And suddenly, you're not just grieving, now you're in charge of a full-blown clean-out project. So here's the next question. Where do you even begin when you're responsible for cleaning out an entire home, especially during probate? Because here's the truth, and this is where I want to speak to you honestly. Cleaning out a house after someone passes isn't just emotional, it's logistical, time-consuming, and if you're not careful, it can delay the entire estate process, especially if there's real estate involved that needs to be sold. So let me walk you through the step-by-step clean-out process that we recommend to families here in Northeast Florida when they're dealing with probate. Because doing this in the right order can save you time, stress, and sometimes a lot of money. First, don't start throwing things away immediately. I know the instinct is to walk in with trash bags and just start clearing space. But before anything gets removed, you want to identify legal documents, financial records, insurance policies, deeds, wills, and trust paperwork. You'd be amazed where these things show up. In the freezer, behind bookshelves, inside old Bibles, and yeah, even taped to the back of a dresser drawer. I've seen it all. So step one is always search first, toss later. Next, separate sentimental from valuable. And I don't just mean emotionally valuable. There's sentimental value like handwritten letters or family heirlooms. And then there's actual financial value. Jewelry, firearms, collectibles, coins, artwork, even certain pieces of furniture. You want to identify anything that may need to be appraised, documented, or included in the estate inventory. Remember, as the personal representative, you have a legal responsibility to account for estate assets. So Uncle Bob's coin collection might be more than just a hobby. It could be worth a few $1,000s. After that, create 3 simple categories: keep, donate, and dispose. This is where things start to feel more manageable. Keep. These are items that are going to go to heirs or beneficiaries. Donate. These are usable items that won't be retained by you. And dispose. These are damaged or unsalvageable items. And a quick tip here, don't try to do the entire house in one weekend. That's usually how family arguments start. I've seen siblings debate the future of a crock pot for 45 minutes like it's the Mona Lisa. Just take it room by room. Stay organized. And if multiple heirs are involved, consider letting each person mark items that they'd like before anything gets removed. Next, coordinate with professionals when needed. Depending on the situation, you may want an estate sale company, a cleanout crew, a junk removal service, or even a professional organizer, especially if the goal is to get the property ready for sale. The sooner the estate can move toward closing. And here's something people don't always think about. You don't have to empty the house completely before selling it. In many cases, especially with older homes or fixer-uppers, selling the property as is with remaining contents can actually make more sense. It saves time, it reduces out-of-pocket expenses for the estate, and it can still result in a successful sale. Finally, keep documentation of what's removed or donated. Not only can this help with tax considerations, but it also protects you as the personal representative if questions come up later about how estate property was handled. Photos, donation receipts, and basic logs go a long way. So let's bring this all together. Cleaning out a loved one's home is one of the hardest parts of the probate process, both emotionally and practically. But when you approach it step by step, search before discarding, identify valuables, categorize items, work room by room, use professionals when needed, and document the process, it becomes a lot more manageable. And more importantly, it helps keep the estate moving forward because the goal here isn't just to empty a house, it's to honor your loved one's legacy while fulfilling your responsibilities the right way. If you're navigating probate and trying to figure out what to do with a home full of belongings, I'm always happy to be a resource. Sometimes just having a plan makes all the difference.